Thank you so much for joining us on the Midday News. I am Tosin Olowo. The Ekiti State Governor, Mr. Biodun Oyebanje, has approved the appointment of a 7-member committee to coordinate appointments into boards and commissions. In a statement, the Special Advisor on Media to the Governor, Mr. Yinka Oyebode, said that the committee had the mandate to consult with relevant stakeholders across 16 local government areas of the state, screen and recommend names of a suitable candidate for appointment as members of boards and commissions. The committee, which has 6 weeks to conclude the exercise, has the former Deputy Governor, Professor Modupe Adelabo, as chairman, while the vice chairman is Mr. Paul Omotosho. Members of the committee are Senator Yemi Adaramodu, Chief Alaba Abejide, Chief Gideawe, and the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Mr. Adiu Yaribasoye, while the Secretary is Mr. Adebayo Gold. The Governor also announced the appointment of senior special assistants and special assistants. And Governor Oyebanje has restated his plan to fix an amount for regular monthly payment of gratuities for pensioners in both local and state levels. He gave the information at a special prayer session held by the pensioners in the state at the Lady Jibo Hall Government House at Ekiti. The forum was part of the pensioners' gratuity to the governor on the prompt payment of their pensions and gradual deferment of their gratuities since inception of his administration. Toba Babalola's details.
The pensioners who were in a press mode to guard were joined by Governor Biodun Oyebanje, his deputy Okinlua Munisade Afuye, the SSG Dr. Abibat Adubiaro, other ESCO members, and some state lawmakers at the event. Different renditions also came from some of the retired workers, while prayers were offered to God in Christian and Islamic ways for the governor for more divine wisdom, guidance and strength to govern the state to greater levels.
His Excellency, Biodun Oyebanje, that you give him enablement and the wicked one, let God come to the reality of life in the name.
The chairman, Nigerian Union of Pensioners, Elder Joel Akinola, who said the prayer was a quarterly one, noticed that the latest edition was held at the government house to appreciate God in the life of the governor who had been walking the talk for the retirees. He thanked him for the timely payment of their pensions and asked for more, especially during this Yuletide season.
So we thank you very much that you consider our body, despite our wretchedness. We thank you very much. This has been the pattern and the lifestyle of the government.
Governor Oyebanje, who emphasized the efficacy of prayer, praise and worship, maintained that these had been working for his government since inception. Governor Oyebanje noted that his desire was for the pensioners to get their gratuity as at when due.
So, all the promises we have made to you, all those areas, we will crack it. We continue to pay. Once they finish what they are doing, they come back to us. We are not going to allow that to delay us. We are going to find out it all. We must conclude it. But I know that first quarter next year will come to meet a position on this matter. My desire is to ensure that we collect your gratuity while you are here on hand.
The governor assured the people that his administration would address the consequential adjustments for those receiving meager monthly pensions and promised the pensioners of a personal largesse to celebrate the Yuletide. Toba Babalola reporting.
In the meantime, Mr. Oyebanje has charged the Special Assistant to the President on Students' Engagement, Mr. Sunday Achefon, to represent the state well and ensure that student expectations from the federal government are achieved. He gave the charge while receiving Ekiti-born President's aid in his office in Ado. Governor Oyebanje describes Sunday Achefon as a student activist, urging him to sustain the tempo in his new appointment. He thanked President Bola Tinubu for the appointment and urged him to do more for Ekiti reputable citizens. The SSA to the President, Mr. Shapon, who acknowledged President Tinubu for the honor, promised to live above board and relate with necessary stakeholders at the federal level to bring support to students' cause across the various campuses. The Commissioner for Youth Development, Mr. Adedayo Adeshola, thanked Governor Ivanji for his support for the development of youth in the state.
Commitment to equity cause as the president, and most of citizens have been engaged at federal level. His appointment, having left the office as NAS president, now senior president of the president, also engagement, is a testament, to his performance as NAS president. And I encourage him to live up to expectation. And as a government, we collaborate with him and support him to ensure that he delivers on the mandates and the expectation of Mr. President. We estimate them to the president, and we are still hoping for more appointments for citizens.
To the team, and as such, I will also use my position as an assistant to the president to make sure that anything that belongs to students, when students are having issue, I will prepare. And for my students, we also have an opportunity to also apply for maybe a token, as in for upkeeping. That will be going to account of the student loan. And this, the government is also prepared that once you are being given this loan, when you graduate, there will be opportunity for jobs so that you can pay back. So I appreciate the president for that. Like I said, GNC Pulse will be given to all the student union across the country.
As part of moves to reduce poverty among the people, the state government has presented checks to about 10,000 individual beneficiaries under the state palliative program. The presentation, which was third in the series, was held at the Conference Hall, Governor's Office at Wikiti. Toba Babarala again has details.
Flagging off the ceremony on behalf of the governor, the Commissioner for Budget, Mr. Niyi Adebayo, said the initiative was to reduce the economic hardships faced by Ekiti indigents after the first subsidy removal, which had led to increment in the cost of living. Mr. Adebayo noticed that the initiative, which started in October with 10,000 beneficiaries from the informal sector on board, was devoid of any political coloration.
Some criteria were adopted, such as widow, those who have lost their husband, those who are aged over 65 years, who believe are way past their best productive years, and those who may have dependents, which obviously their income may not be enough to look after. And of course, those who are physically challenged are also top among the list that we chose.
According to him, the individuals were selected through an existing and revalidated social register developed in year 2013, adding that other palliative strategies introduced were extended to government workers and students.
To express my appreciation to His Excellency, the Governor of the State, Mr. Abayomi Oyebanji, for his heart of kindness and for graciously approving the payment of these monies to indigent Ekiti citizens and inhabitants. This is a demonstration of the commitment of His Excellency to the shared prosperity agenda, which brings support to those at the bottom of the economic ladder and ultimately help in bringing an end to poverty in Ekiti State.
The beneficiaries, who included Mr. John Babatunde and Mrs. Victoria Ibimilua, lauded the governor for the gesture. Toba Babalola reporting.
The State House of Assembly has passed the year 2023 Supplementary Appropriation Bill of over 144 billion naira, requested by Governor Biodun Yebanji. The bill was passed into law at the plenary presided over by the Speaker, Mr. Adedayo Adeshola, at the Assembly Complex at Wikiti. The majority leader, Mr. Toluige, highlighted the importance of the bill to the economic development of the state in line with the governor's agenda, while the lawmaker representing Ekiti East Constituency 1, Mr. Oladele Ogushaki, supported the bill, noting that it would allow the government to fund necessary projects. In his remarks, the Speaker pointed out that the bill would enable the governor to complete the first ring road, Ikere-Igbarodu Road, and other legacy projects in record time. Also, the report of the Committee on the Legislative Agenda for the 7th Assembly was read by the chairman, Mr. Ayodeji Adegbite, while the lawmaker representing Ileje Major Constituency, Mrs. Iyabo Fakulo Kieme, moved the motion for the government at all levels to checkmate the menace of deforestation in the state, and it was seconded by the lawmaker representing Ikere Constituency 2, Mr. Tunde Idowu. The Ekiti State Independent Electoral Commission has given certificate of return to the 38 local government chairmen and 177 ward councillors elected during the December 2 local government election in the state. Performing the ceremony, ex-SEC chairman, retired Justice Colinius Akintayo, attributed the success of the election to the cooperation enjoyed from the political gladiators and people of the grassroots. The chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Paul Omotocho, who highlighted the importance of local government, urged the elected local government chairmen and councillors to replicate the giant stride of Abiodun Yebanji's administration at the level of their domains. He noted that the APC, as the party in the state, will continue to fight for the interest of the masses. Some of the local government chairmen, including the chairman-elect of Irepodo Ifeolodu local government, Benga Oluwatuyi, and Ajonel Side chairman, Prince Michael Ogungbemi, promised to emulate the successes recorded by the governor at the local government.
I've resolved from the beginning that I will carry out this assignment diligently, transparently, and to the best of my ability, God helping me, and God has helped me thus so far.
The Chief Medical Director of the Ekiti State University Teaching Hospital, Professor Kayode Olabanji, has reiterated the need for Christians to imbibe the spirit of sacrifice and love as exemplified by Jesus Christ. Professor Olabanji gave the charge during the 2023 Christmas Carol of the F facility in Ado-Ekiti. Sunday Ramola has details.
Professor Olabanji said that the season teaches people to extend ends of generosity and brotherliness towards mankind, emphasize the need to emulate the virtues of Jesus Christ as demonstrated in his humility and service to humanity. He also
the essence of the Lord Jesus Christ is a great lesson for every one of us. Number one, a demonstration of the love that God has for humankind. And so we should demonstrate love for everybody, family members, any acquaintance, even our clients in the place of work, everywhere. If we have that love, and through that there will be sympathy.
He also noted that it was a time to thank God for giving salvation through Jesus Christ.
And of course, it's also an opportunity for us to look back that God has taken us through these past 12 years and has been with us, sustaining us, and even that things are getting better in the hospital by the grace of God. So we have every reason to celebrate and thank our God.
A former staff of the hospital, Dr. David Ajay, who ministered at the event, explained that the essence of Jesus' birth was to placate between man and God, hence the need to celebrate his birth. He said that celebrating Christmas without having Jesus Christ as one's Lord and personal Savior was a waste of time and resources.
You are celebrating Christmas. Have you truly allowed Jesus to be the Lord of your life? Receiving as God and miss this. That as you submit your life to Christ, say, look, you cannot follow your way anymore. It is not going to be my will you are following. Because Jesus will not dwell with you. He will never dwell in righteousness.
Highlights of the Christmas Carol were the series of heartwarming songs that were rendered at the event. Sunday. Daramola reporting.
Federal government has decided to sell off its 40% shares in the power distribution firms in an attempt to end the inefficient operation of the electricity distribution chain and ownership crisis in many of the 11 distribution companies disclosed. Director General of the Bureau of Public Enterprises, Alex Oko, said that the divestment will be done through public offerings, IPO, at the Nigerian Stock Exchange. The planned sale of equities is also to generate the fund for the federal government to part finance the 27.5 trillion 2024 appropriation bill. The 40% shares are co-owned by the federal government, the states, and the local governments. Also, Power Minister Adebayo Adelabu suggested unbundling of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, the firm in charge of power transmission, but unable to wield the bulk of generated electricity to the discos. The inefficiency of the TCN was the reason the national grid regularly collapsed. The River State government has begun to demolished the State House of Assembly building for reconstruction. This was coming some weeks after the hallowed chamber of the State Assembly was burnt down by unknown political thugs. The exercise was on while Governor Simi Fubara presented the 800 billion naira 2024 budget estimate to Addison Air-led group at the Government House. The presentation of the budget was held at the hall in the Government House, apparently due to the renovation work at the State Assembly complex, which started this morning. It will be recalled that the legislative arm of the state has been involved in a serious crisis following the move by some lawmakers to impeach the sitting governor, Mr. Simi Fubara. And to the foreign scene, Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida is expected to announce the sacking of 4 ministers over a major party financing scandal. They include Chief Cabinet Secretary, the Minister of Economy, Industry and Trade. Others are Internal Affairs Minister and Agricultural Minister, plus 5 deputy ministers. All those said to be fired are from the largest faction within the Liberal Democratic Party, which has governed Japan almost uninterrupted for decades. And that's news. Thank you so much. Do have a good afternoon.
Ẹ̀kásán káàbọ̀ sórí ìròyìn ọjọ́ kọ̀rẹ́ Ìyábọ̀ Olúwòkèrè ní orúkọ tèmi gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ọ̀gbẹ́ni Bíọ́dún Oyèbánjí ti yan ìgbìmọ̀ ẹlẹ́ni méje kan tí ó ṣètò àmójútó yíyan àwọn ọmọ ìgbìmọ̀ lájọ-lájọ sípò. Nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan tí babajírò pàtàkì fẹ́tò ìròyìn ọ̀gbẹ́ni Bíọ́dún Oyèbọ̀dé fọwọ́ sí, ó ní gómìnà ìgbìmọ̀ ọ̀hún ló wà láti fi kò lukò pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹni ọ̀rọ̀ kan tó ṣe kókó káàkiri agbègbè ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rìndínlógún tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ yìí àti láti ṣàyẹ̀wò kí wọ́n sì forúkọ àwọn tó bá tọ́ fún ìyànsípò ọ̀hún gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ìgbìmọ̀ àjọ náà ṣọwọ́. Ìgbìmọ̀ ọ̀hún ló ní ọ̀sẹ̀ mẹ́fà láti fi parí ètò náà. Ó ní igbákejì gómìnà tẹ́lẹ̀ rí ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Modúpẹ́ Adélabú jẹ́ alága fún, tí ọ̀gbẹ́ni Paul Ọmọ́tọ́ṣọ́ sì jẹ́ igbákejì alága. Àwọn ọmọ ìgbìmọ̀ ọ̀hún tó kù ní sẹ́nitọ̀ Yẹmí Adaramodu, olóyè Àlàbá Abéjídé, olóyè Jídé Àwẹ̀ àti olórí ilé-ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin ìpínlẹ̀ yìí ọ̀gbẹ́ni Adéoyè Àríbásóyè, nígbà tí ọ̀gbẹ́ni Adébáyọ̀ Gold jẹ́ akọ̀wé rẹ̀. Bákan náà ni gómìnà Bíọ́dún Oyèbánjí ti ṣe àtẹnumọ́ ìpinnu rẹ̀ láti ya iye owó kan pàtó sọ́tọ̀ lóṣooṣù fún sísan owó ìfẹ̀yìntì àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì níjọba ìbílẹ̀ àti ìpínlẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọdún tó ń bọ̀ lọ. Ó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí di mímọ̀ níbi àkànṣe ètò àdúrà kan yìí tí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì ṣe ní gbọ̀ngàn Lèdìjìbò nílé ìjọba nílùú Adó Èkìtì. Ètò ọ̀hún ló jẹ́ ara ìfẹ̀mímoore wọn hàn sí Ọlọ́run fún bí gómìnà ti ṣe ń san owó ìfẹ̀yìntì wọn déédéé tó sì ń san àjẹ́lẹ̀ náà lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀ látìgbà tí ìjọba rẹ̀ ti dé orí àlééfà. Akọ̀ròyìn wa tó Babalọ́lá Mábọ̀wá wípé àwọn òṣèfẹ̀yìntì náà tó kún fún ẹ̀mí ìmoore sí Ọlọ́run ní gómìnà Bíọ́dún Oyèbánjí, igbákejì rẹ̀ Ọ̀kínlúà Múnísádé Àfúyẹ́, akọ̀wé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ yìí ọ̀mọ̀wé Abibat Adúbíàrò àti àwọn ọmọ ìgbìmọ̀ aṣèjọba yòókù tó fi mọ́ àwọn aṣòfin darapọ̀ mọ́ níbi ètò náà. Onírúurú orin àṣàyàn yìí ni àwọn òṣèfẹ̀yìntì ọ̀hún kọ nígbà tí wọ́n gbàdúrà sí Ọlọ́run ní ìlànà Kìrìsìtẹ́nì àti Mùsùlùmí fún gómìnà pé kí Ọlọ́run fún ní ọgbọ́n àti ìmọ̀ tó nílò, kí ó sì fún ní ìtọ́ni àti okun láti fi darí ìpínlẹ̀ yìí débi gíga. Alága ẹgbẹ́ àwọn òṣèfẹ̀yìntì nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ẹ̀ka ti ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì alàgbà Joel Akínọlá, ẹni tó sọ wípé àdúrà náà ni ó máa ń wáyé lóṣù mẹ́ta pé èyí tí wọ́n ṣe náà ni ó wáyé nílé ìjọba láti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run fún ìgbé ayé gómìnà tí ó ń mú bí bó ti mú ọ̀rọ̀ owó ìfẹ̀yìntì ti ṣe mímú ní àyà rẹ̀ tó sì mú inú àwọn òṣèfẹ̀yìntì dùn. Ó dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ fún bí ó ṣe ń san owó wọn déédéé tó sì ní kí ìgbésẹ̀ náà ó tẹ̀síwájú ní pàtàkì lọ́nà ọdún. Bákan náà ni gómìnà Oyèbánjí ti rọ olùrànlọ́wọ́ pàtàkì fún ààrẹ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọ̀gbẹ́ni Sunday Àṣùfọ̀ láti jẹ́ aṣojú rere fún ìpínlẹ̀ yìí kó sì rí dájú pé ìrètí àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lọ́dọ̀ ìjọba àpapọ̀ ni kò já sí pàbó. Ó sọ̀rọ̀ àmọ̀ràn náà nígbà tí ó ń gbàlejò olùrànlọ́wọ́ pàtàkì fún ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu tí ń ṣe mọ́bí ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì lọ́fíìsì rẹ̀ nílùú Adó. Gómìnà Oyèbánjí ẹni tó júwe olùrànlọ́wọ́ fún ààrẹ náà bí ajàfẹ́tọ̀ọ́ àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ rọ̀ ọ́ láti má ṣe rẹ̀wẹ̀sì nínú ìgbésẹ̀ náà níbi wọ́n ti yàn án sí ipò tuntun. Kò ṣàì dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ààrẹ Tinubu fún ìyànsípò ọ̀hún tó sì rọ̀ ọ́ láti túbọ̀ yan àwọn ọmọ bíbí ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì tó dáńtọ́ sípò sí ọ̀gbẹ́ni Àṣùfọ̀, ẹni tí tó mọ ìrírí ààrẹ Tinubu fún àpọ́nlé náà ṣèlérí láti má ṣe jákulẹ̀ àti láti máa fi kùlùkù pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹni ọ̀rọ̀ kan tó yẹ ní ìjọba àpapọ̀ láti lè mú ìgbé ayé rẹ̀ bá àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ káàkiri àwọn ọgbà ilé ẹ̀kọ́ wọn lónírúurú. Ẹ̀wẹ̀ alákòóso fọ́rọ̀ ìdàgbàsókè àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ọ̀gbẹ́ni Adébáyọ̀ Adéṣọlá dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gómìnà Oyèbánjí fún àtìlẹ́yìn tí ó ń ṣe fún ètò ìdàgbàsókè àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ yìí tó sì rọ ọ̀gbẹ́ni Àṣùfọ̀ láti jẹ́ aṣojú rere fún ìpínlẹ̀ yìí. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀kan lára akitiyan láti mú àdínkù bá ìṣẹ́ òun òṣì láàrin àwọn èèyàn, ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ti pín sọ̀wédowó tó tó ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá náírà fún àwọn tó jàǹfààní lábẹ́ ètò ohun amáyédẹrùn tí ìjọba gbé kalẹ̀. Ètò pínpín owó ọ̀hún èyí tó jẹ́ ẹ̀kẹta irú ẹ̀ ló wáyé ní gbọ̀ngàn ìpàdé lọ́fíìsì gómìnà nílé ìjọba nílùú Adó. akọ̀ròyìn wa tó Babalọ́wá wà níbẹ̀ tó sì mú ìròyìn wá wípé nígbà tí ó ń ṣíde ètò náà lórúkọ gómìnà alákòóso fétò ìṣúná ọ̀gbẹ́ni Níyì Adébáyọ̀ sọ wípé ètò náà ló wà láti má dínkù bá ìnira ètò ọrọ̀ ajé tí àwọn ọmọ bíbí ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ń dojúkọ lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n yọ owó ìrànwọ́ orí epo bẹtiró tó fà èyí tó yọrí sí bí ohun gbogbo ṣe gbówó lórí gẹ́gẹ́. ọ̀gbẹ́ni Adébáyọ̀ ṣàlàyé pé ètò náà tí ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ lóṣù kẹwàá ní àwọn ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá ẹgbẹ́ àwọn oníṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ti jẹ àǹfààní tí kò sì sí ọ̀rọ̀ òṣèlú nínú. ní báyìí náà ilé-ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ti fọwọ́ sí àfikún àbójútòfin ètò ìṣúná ọdún yìí tó lé ní bílíọ̀nù 44 náírà èyí tí gómìnà Bíọ́dún Oyèbánjí gbé síwájú wọn. àbádòfin ọ̀hún ni àwọn asòfin náà sọ dòfin nílẹ̀ ilé náà tí olórí ilé ọ̀hún ọ̀gbẹ́ni Adéoyè Àríbásóyè darí ní gbàgede ilé náà. ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn asòfin ọ̀hún aṣáájú àwọn ọmọ ilé tó pọ̀ jù ọ̀gbẹ́ni Tolú Ìgè àti aṣòfin tó ń ṣojú Èkìtì East kínní ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ọládélé Ògúnṣakí mẹ́nubà pàtàkì àbádòfin náà sí ètò ọrọ̀ ajé ìpínlẹ̀ yìí níbàámu pẹ̀lú àfojúsùn gómìnà. àjọ elétò ìdìbò ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ti fún àwọn alága ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ 38 àti kánsílọ̀ 17 tí ó jáwé olúborí nínú ètò ìdìbò tó kọjá níwèé ẹ̀rí ìyànsípò. nígbà tí wọ́n fún wọn níwèé ẹ̀rí náà alága àjọ EXEC adájọ́ fẹ̀yìntì Cornelius Akíntayọ̀ fi orí àṣeyọrí ètò ìdìbò náà sọ ìgbáradì àjọ náà. ó rọ̀ wọ́n láti má ṣe ìyẹ̀kúrò nínú àwọn ìlérí tí wọ́n ṣe fún àwọn èèyàn tó wà níjọba ìbílẹ̀ wọn. alága ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC ọ̀gbẹ́ni Paul Ọmọ́tòṣọ́ ẹni tí ó mẹ́nuba ìwúlò ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ rọ àwọn tí wọ́n yàn láti ṣe wọn bí ó ti yẹ níbàámu pẹ̀lú ìjọba Oyèbánjí. ó sọ wípé ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC yóò tẹ̀síwájú láti máa jàfẹ́tọ̀ọ́ àwọn ará ìlú. lára àwọn alága ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ ọ̀hún tó fi mọ́ ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Rẹ́pọ̀dùn Gbẹ̀ngà Olúwatúyè àti alága agbègbè ìdàgbàsókè àjọni ọmọọba Michael Ògúngbèmí ṣèlérí láti fi àṣẹ orí ìjọba Oyèbánjí sókè ṣe àwòkọ́ṣe. ètò ìdìbò ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ ló wáyé lọ́jọ́ kejì oṣù yìí èyí tí gbogbo ọmọ oyè lábẹ́ òṣèlú APC ti jáwé olúborí. ọ̀gá àgbà ilé ìwòsàn ẹ̀kọ́ṣẹ́ ìmọ̀ ìṣègùn òyìnbó ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì EXUS ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Káyọ̀dé Ọlábànjí ti tẹnumọ́ ìwúlò àwọn kìrìsìtẹ́nì láti ṣe àfihàn ìfẹ́ wọn bí Ọlọ́run ti ṣe àpẹẹrẹ rẹ̀. ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Ọlábànjí sọ̀rọ̀ yìí níbi àjọ̀dún Kérésìmesì nílé ìwòsàn náà. akọ̀ròyìn wa Sunday Daramola wà níbẹ̀ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ àbọ̀ rẹ̀.
ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Ọlábànjí lẹ́ni tí sọ wípé àkókò náà ló kọ́ àwọn ènìyàn ní ẹ̀mí ìkónimọ́ra àti fífi ìfẹ́ hàn fún ọmọnìkejì tẹnumọ́ ìdí rẹ̀ tó fi yẹ kí wọ́n wo àwòkọ́ṣe Jésù Kristi ní bí ó ti ṣe nígbà tó wà láyé. ó sọ pé ó tún jẹ́ àkókò láti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run fún bí ó ti ṣe pèsè ìgbàlà fọ́mọ aráyé nípasẹ̀ Jésù Kristi.
ọ̀kan ńlá ló jẹ́ fún gbogbo wa ká fi Jésù ọmọ Ọlọ́run ṣe àwòkọ́ṣe torí pé ó fẹ́ràn wa tó jẹ́ pé ó fi ara rẹ̀ sílẹ̀ fún ìrúbọ fún ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wa. à ń sọ wípé tá a bá ní ìfẹ́ àwọn tí à ń ṣètọ́jú fún àbáwọn tá a bá bá pàdé níbikíbi tá a bá fìfẹ́ bá wọn ìyẹn ó ti jọmọ́ iṣẹ́ tí Jésù náà wá ṣe ó sì máa ran iṣẹ́ wa lọ́wọ́ nítorí pé tá a bá ti ń ṣe ìtọ́jú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ náà la gbójúlé pé ó máa yìnyín sàn tó bá ti jẹ́ pé ọkàn bí Ọlọ́run náà ni Ọlọ́run á sì máa ṣèyanu síwájú àti síwájú.
òṣìṣẹ́ kan tẹ́lẹ̀ rí nílé ìwòsàn náà dókítà David Ajayi tó ṣiṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ níbi ètò ọ̀hún ṣàlàyé pé èrèdí tí wọ́n fi bí Jésù ń láti wá ṣìpẹ̀ láàrin Ọlọ́run àtọmọ ènìyàn léyìí tó fi sọ wípé ó pọn dandan láti máa ṣe àjọyọ̀ ọjọ́bí rẹ̀. ó sọ wípé bí ènìyàn bá ń ṣe àjọyọ̀ ọjọ́ ìbí Jésù láì gbà gẹ́gẹ́ bí Olúwa àti olùgbàlà rẹ̀ sọ wípé ó jẹ́ ìfàkókò àtohun ìní ẹni ṣòfò. orin lọ́kan òjọ̀kan ló wáyé níbi ètò ọ̀hún níbi àwọn ènìyàn ṣe fi ẹ̀mí ìmoore hàn sí Ọlọ́run bí ó ti ṣe pa wọ́n mọ́ di àkókò yìí. Sunday Daramola ló ń jábọ̀ ròyìn.
ìròyìn wa fún ti ọ̀sán ní kò ní ju báyìí lọ ní àṣẹlẹ̀ ní kí ẹ darapọ̀ wá nígbà tí a máa mú ìròyìn náà wá fún yín ẹ káàsán.
Please listen to this public service announcement. In fulfillment of his promise to make more political